Hello, hello. It's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. It is Thursday, September 4th, 2025, and I'm so happy you are joining me today. We have a brand new catalog and a whole bunch of new online exclusives, and tonight we are going to take a look, a little deep dive into all the new products so you can see where things are at, what's going on, what's new. I have some samples to share with you, a few more than last time. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we will get to make a card or two by the end of the night. I flagged some pages that I really want to, case some of these amazing projects. So I'm so glad you guys are joining me. We're going to pack a lot in, but I really want to know what you're excited about. Tell me what you want to see more of. This catalog is just launching literally yesterday. Yesterday was the first day. And so we're just getting going. Now, if you've been around for a little while, you know Stampin' Up is doing these simultaneous releases. So we still have printed catalogs, and I firmly believe we will continue to have printed catalogs. I don't think Stampin' Up's going to get rid of that. And so our printed mini catalog for September through December includes a selection of products. And then these products are available, it says on the back, until January 5th. So it's September through December. But the awesome thing about the mini catalog is sometimes things carry over and are continued to be available online. And then there is even more online. And so we have all year been having additional product releases at the same time as the printed catalog comes out. We have even more in the online exclusives. And Stampin' Up has put together this awesome product list for us. It's not a catalog, but it is a list of all the products. And so if you prefer to have it printed, if you prefer to see it with the catalog, to mark it up, do the thing, you can print out this list. It's got all the new items on it, so you can keep track of when it comes out. You can stick it inside your catalog if you want to. It's kind of like a supplement. It's like even more to love online. And the reason that they do online releases is because they can better control the inventory levels and carry them on for longer than just the 4 months of the mini catalog. So I'm really excited to have additional products online. We're going to take a look at the catalog first, then we're going to jump to the online exclusives, because you might be seeing some new things and you're like, well, I didn't see that in the catalog. It's because it's here. So I have that link for you in the video description. And let me see really quick if I can just put it for you in the chat as well. If you haven't seen it yet, then let me just do this quick copy, and I'm going to put it over here in the live chat. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can grab that online exclusive flyer. Let me pin that too, so that if you're coming in late, you'll be able to get it. I should have labeled what it was, but that's the online exclusive file for September. So glad you guys are joining me. It has been such a busy week here. It's just always a busy week. You know, before we get started, can I show you really quick? I finished designing the Painterly Pairs cards for the August kit, and I love them. Let me see. Okay. So here they are. These are the kits. If you ordered from me in August, $40 or more, you're going to get the Painterly Pairs kit. And I'm working on that kit right now. So I'm trying to get all the pieces together. And I'm going to be mailing these out next week. But I am so in love with them. I think the colors are so perfect for fall. I think they are gorgeous. I hope that you agree. So this is going to be a Stamp-Along class that will happen on the last Thursday of the month. It's going to be Thursday, September 25th. And so if you get your kit for free because you ordered, then that'll come in the mail. And I am going to try to have some kits available before I leave on my trip, in case you want to buy a kit to stamp along. But for sure they'll be available when I get back, which will be right after the class. I know, I love them so much, and I'm so glad you do too. Here is the fun fold. I always do a fun fold every month. It folds out. It's a twist top card. So gorgeous. Utilizing a lot of images from the designer paper. This one is our back back card layout, back pocket card layout, and the alternative sample I created using some new product, the Gathering Together suite, which is actually, after I made the card, I realized that this is the suite I'll be featuring in the kit that you can earn for free in September and the kit that we'll be making together in October. This is a new online exclusive suite. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we get there. And then the third card utilizes some embossing in the background. So in the kit, that's going to be done for you. And I tried so hard to avoid using this detailed die cut, but it just wasn't the same without it. So Claire's gonna help me die cut all those leaves for you guys, and you'll be able to get the flowers from the designer paper. But I'm really happy with the way the cards turned out. I've been working on finalizing those designs this week. There's just so much going on, still trying to catch up on everything from being gone. Now, the other thing I was doing was getting ready for our product shares. I have just a couple more spots left. So if you haven't gotten your product share yet, make sure that you reserve it like today, tomorrow, like just a couple more days. I have to close it off because I'm going on this trip. And so I have placed the order. I have a certain number of spots that are left. Once they fill, I have to close it and there'll just be a wait list. So if you want to make sure to be able to sample all of the new papers from the catalog, all the new ribbon, the die cuts included too, make sure that you get signed up so you can try a little bit of everything here. There are just so many amazing papers. Maybe I should leave some of this out. I know we did like a walkthrough of the, well, I did an unboxing video, which wasn't the same as a walkthrough, I understand, but I have more samples to share with you today. So this is kind of a catalog walkthrough. Before I did an unboxing and shared with you a lot of the product, but this time I'm just going to kind of walk through and share some samples and talk about the catalog in depth. So if you have any questions, drop them in the chat and I'll try to answer them as we go. Donna says I ordered way too much. She might need to go back to work. I love it. So if you placed an order already, like give me a thumbs up, wave your hand. I want to see who's placed an order already and tell me what you ordered. What are you excited about? What are you going to see? Oh, I'm so glad to see you're doing okay, Lynn. You've been on my mind. And I'm so glad that the link is working out and you guys grabbed that for the online exclusives. But let's start with the mini catalog. So, oh, one more thing. Okay, two more things. Okay. As of yesterday, there was a brand new kit that got released called Handmade and Heartfelt. I'm going to zoom in, zoom, because this card kit is so cute. Mine is coming tomorrow, so I don't have it to show you. But it does come with this like card organizer, like desk organizer. I think that looks really cool. This kit includes 10 cards, so 2 each of 5 different card designs, all occasion. It comes with a really great versatile greeting stamp set. Handmade and Heartfelt is going to be featured in the World Card Making Day event from Stampin Up. So this is a free event you can watch. You don't have to get the kit to watch the event. They're going to showcase the kit. So if you would like to stamp along and create the kit, then I highly recommend ordering it ahead of time. The World Card Making Day event is going to be held on Saturday, October 4th from 2 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time. For me, I'm like, I don't know what else they're going to talk about because a whole hour, I think, could be taking up making that kit. So I'm curious to see, and I'm excited. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to squeeze in my own video for World Card Making Day. Sometimes I try to do one. It's going to be last minute if I do. And so I'll just keep you posted as I get that planned. But I am planning for another retreat that I'm super excited about. And that was what I was working on today. And I just didn't get the registration page up yet. But stay tuned because I'm going to have that up tomorrow, announcing details of my Traditions of Christmas Sweet Escape retreat. So that's not what this is. This is World Card Making Day. And let me finish that first. If you register with Stampin Up, it's free to register. They're going to send you the event link to check out the video. If you can't watch live, that's okay. But you're going to want to register because Stampin Up is going to send out a gift after the event. In the past, I think that was a coupon code. I have no idea what the gift might be this time, but I mean, register for free and find out. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so World Card Making Day. I see Tony's already got plans for World Card Making Day. That is amazing. I hope whether or not you tune in for Stampin' Up event that you will spend some time making cards on World Card Making Day, the first Saturday of October. And so then the first Saturday in November is going to be my Sweet Escape Retreat, featuring the traditions of Christmas. Sweet, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. It's what's featured here on the cover. So details coming. There's going to be lots of options to participate in the virtual event only, or virtual event plus the project kit, virtual event plus the project kit and swag, which will include a special gift that I've been working on. And then also an option to add on the bundle if you want for a discount. So lots of options to participate. It is going to be held on Facebook, but if you don't go on Facebook, everything will be recorded and you will be able to access it later. If you can't watch live, you'll be able to do it later. So if you've got something going on that first Saturday of November, it's okay. You can still participate in the retreat event. I'm really excited about this. It's kind of going to be all day. We'll have some videos and like break and videos, but my plan is to have 5 guest stampers each do a demonstration to feature new suites from the online exclusives and the mini catalog, and then we'll have make and takes, which will include 3 cards, framed art, and an ornament. Of course, there's going to be limited edition back pocket card layouts and all of your favorite things that I do when I do a class, and so I think you're going to love it. Nancy says, when do you sleep? I do sleep every night. In fact, last night I got 8 hours of sleep. I woke up though and I felt like I did not get 8 hours of sleep. I was tired. So I don't know what was going on today. But it's just been busy. There's been so much, so much going on. I feel like I'm just like a chicken with my head cut off. I probably sound like a chicken with my head cut off. So I'm gonna take a breath and let it be okay. We're here. I'm so glad you guys are here. I will try not to talk so fast. I know those of you who need subtitles, like it goes a little I talk too fast. What is the date of this? Mesa, the date of my Sweet Escape Retreat is going to be on the first Saturday of November, which is November 1st. And I'm realizing that is the date also of my team meeting. We always do the first Saturday, so I might have to move the team meeting. But the first Saturday, November 1st, is going to be the Sweet Escape Retreat, and I will have details tomorrow. So check out my blog at juliedavison.com. I'll get that posted. Honestly, it's not going to be in the morning tomorrow because that's what I'm going to do tomorrow is get all of that information out and up. So check the end of the day or check first thing on Saturday. If you subscribe to my blog, the post will go out Saturday morning with the details. So you'll see that. I'll try to also send an email to my email list. I'll post on Facebook and everywhere so that you guys can see. But I'll talk a little bit about it when we get to the suite so that you can just know the product that I'm going to be featuring. Maybe that will affect your ordering. So let's dive in. The mini catalog for September through December is so much fun. I just always love to see what they come out with. And the holiday catalog, I call it holiday because it used to be called the holiday, is my favorite because there's just so many fun things. And it is tradition that in the fall catalog, September through December, that Stampin' Up! Has a Making a Difference product. And this year it's a stamp set called Love and Courage. So with the Making a Difference program, Stampin' Up! Donates usually $3 for each item sold. In the past, we've had designer paper. One time we had a card kit that came in a little thermal lunch tote. That was kind of cool. That one, the proceeds went to like a Feeding America kind of organization. This year, Stampin' Up! Is donating proceeds from the Making a Difference campaign with the Love and Courage stamp set to breast cancer organizations. And I saw somewhere the specific organization that they were donating to, and I forgot what it was. I think they're sometimes different for each market, like Europe and South Pacific. And so I'm not sure. But I love this so much. And so Mom and I are actually going to feature this stamp set, Love, Encourage, and share some project ideas coming up on Sunday. So be sure to tune in. Here is a card I got from Tracy Jacobs using some of the In Color designer paper and Pretty in Pink to create this card. This stamp set has lots of images and sentiments that are going to be so amazing to create cards to share with people who are facing their own battle with cancer, not only breast cancer, but I think that the sentiments in here really would work for any cancers. In fact, Mom made a card we filmed the other day for her video, and she had all the different kinds of ribbons and the different colors. So I'm really excited. Standing strong together, indeed. Love, Encourage. This stamp set is available right now through January 5th. And for each stamp set that is sold, Stampin' Up! Will donate $3. So I would love for you to support this cause and purchase this stamp set and create cards for your friends and family who may be going through something and needing that extra note of encouragement. I know, it's such a great stamp set. All right, let's move on. It's a giving season. We've got our index here with all the different occasions. And this is kind of the way they're setting up the catalogs, where we're starting with the step-by-step and then going on from there, because new stampers, as they're starting, sometimes the catalogs are overwhelming. So kind of just outlining like, okay, this is a good place to start. And then when you're ready to step it up, and then when you're really ready to step it up, you can move on. So we start with some of those kits, highlighting some brand new kits. I showed you one of them that's available as of today, as of yesterday. The other one that just came out is this one here, and it is the Christmas trucks. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a card kit, and it's got the red truck, and there's 2 different designs. I think there are enough to create 4 of each card. And it looks like we have some sneak peeks. There are some Nutcracker tags up here, and I just spied this in the corner. It says Remembering Christmas, and it looks like a little brag book or scrapbook or journal of some kind. So it looks like we're gonna have a Christmas themed scrapbook kit that I'm really excited about. Of course, we also have this garland that came out last month, and it is going to be so perfect for Christmas decorating. Lisa, thank you so much. This kit is called Road to Christmas, and it's available right now. Since it's a non-stamping kit, I think the price point is around $14. So a really great low price point if you know someone who's just getting started with paper crafting. These kits are so great because they kind of take the guesswork out of like, oh my gosh, where do I start? What do I do? It has instructions. They even have videos for each of the kits. So not only are they great for quick crafting, but they also make really great gifts. So if you know someone who is just starting to get crafty, or who you think would be really interested, maybe consider a gift this Christmas of a Stampin' Up! Kit collection. We also have some kits for workshops, for scrapbooking. The scrapbooking workshop kits are themed to design or to coordinate with our designer paper. So we've got this new one called Traditions of Christmas. Keeping Traditions. It coordinates with the Traditions of Christmas designer paper. And so if you are looking to start scrapbooking, or again, just really like to have that quick and easy designed for you page layouts, this includes everything that you need to create 3 2-page 12x12 layouts. And so I think this is such a fun way to get started with scrapbooking. It's got what you need, and you can create your pages. It includes designer paper, cardstock that's 2-tone, some stickers. Now, if you love to create your own things, we also have the designer paper with a sticker sheet on its own, and so you can kind of create as you wish. Another scrapbooking workshop kit is called Peaceful Days, and it coordinates with a peaceful garden. This has got doves and flowers. So it is sort of vaguely winter-ish, but not specifically Christmas. I do think some of these colors and imagery can work throughout the year. And so it looks like this one has some traveling that they are documenting, maybe a winter trip and some sledding. So lots of options there. Now, other quick and easy options besides the kits collection are the Memories and More cards. I just got this during the pre-order. I didn't have this last time, so let me open it up and show you. These cards are so beautiful. I really love the watercolor imagery, and so if you're just looking for some quick and easy Christmas cards, this could be a fun way to do it. Now, typically the Christmas sets have more multiples, in them, and this one comes with 3x4 cards and 4x6 cards. So this has got 3 different designs, and the Memories and More cards are designed for memory keeping, the pocket style memory keeping, and also for card making. So you can use them for different things, or you can put them in a frame and add a photo. You can do all kinds of things. The 3x4 cards include multiples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of each design. Merry Christmas. Oh, I love that plaid. So we've got lines for journaling, and I think I shared this on another video. I actually really love to take some of these journaling ones. This one says Joyful Days. I like to take the journaling ones and write a little note and stick it inside my card. So if I am sending a card and I don't want to write in it because I want them to be able to reuse it, I'll jot down my note on one of the journaling cards like this and tuck it inside so then they can reuse the card. So this is so beautiful. I love the look of the watercolor here. And if you're making sets of Christmas cards, I think this is really great because it has, like I said, multiples, 6 each of the different kinds of cards. So that's really awesome. 54 cards total. The Joyful Days Memories and More card back. Do you guys get those? Do you like the Memories and More cards? I always get them and then I end up, sometimes I use them all up and sometimes I don't use them. And so I just need to be better about like sitting down and just making a bunch of cards. I know Catherine says she loves the catalog walkthroughs because she is always seeing things that she misses. And so that's why I love doing them, because sometimes I see things for the first time when I'm focusing on a specific page. One of the things I love about the new catalogs that they've been doing is the templates. And so we've got some brand new card templates, tag templates, and scrapbook page templates. And I've shown you in the past how I like to use those to create cards. And oftentimes we see the card, the layout, and then the card sample, the scrapbook page layout, and then the scrapbook sample. And so it's kind of fun to like go through and see if you can find in a catalog like the layout, you know, in action and where we see those throughout. So if you're looking for a different way to look at the catalog, see if you can find those different layouts in the samples that are in the catalog. So this page has some really fun product, the Christmas Tags and More. I think I did a video with this, and it has 6x6 designer paper and laser cut tags. And so when you get the product share, you will get a half a page of these laser cut pieces. Now, if you're getting the whole set, there are 2 sheets each of 2 different patterns, and it has the poinsettia and the cardinal. The sentiments all came from a different pack in the annual catalog, but there is some greetings for you gold sentiment, and I actually forgot to order this, so it's on my way. It's on its way to my house right now. But the greetings for you mix and match ephemera is gold foil sentiments that are laser cut, and there are different Christmas greetings, and I do plan to include this in the swag for the sweet retreat that I'm going to do. So if you are thinking about that and you want to get the whole swag box for the sweet retreat, just know that it is going to come with one of those ephemera packs, because then you can mix and match it with the gorgeous designer paper. So this is called Christmas Tags and More, and just kind of fun traditional colors, and I love that you can kind of make quick and easy cards that look awesome. The cards and envelopes, there is a pack that includes both garden green and the crumb cake, which is here. So you've got envelopes and cards, and you get 10 cards and 10 envelopes. So it's going to be 5 each of the crumb cake and 5 of the garden green. And so if you are wanting to create some quick and easy cards, you can cut pieces apart and put them on the cards. The bumpy cards and the striped cards are from the annual catalog. There's a card pack that's very similar. It's the same size, 4x6, that fits the Memories and More cards and envelopes. or the Memories and More cards. All right, moving right along, we're getting into the Now You're Ready to Craft on Your Own. Oh, one more sample using that other stuff. This is from Amy Combs, and she is using some new red ribbon and some of those elements. Plus, this is a new stamp set. I think it's from the online exclusives. I'll pull this sample out and share it again when it is time for that bundle. I'm going to stick it over here. Okay, so we've got some standalone stamp sets, including the gorgeous A Child is Born. I've got this beautiful spot from Mary Ellen Stites, and she used the earthen textures. I think that's what that's called. The earthen, it's foil, brown foil that goes with the Autumn Twirl suite. And so she has embossed that with the wreath embossing folder and then stamped on crumb cake and embossed in fussy cut the Oh Holy Night. Such a gorgeous card with those shades of brown. I really love the simplicity of that. So some other standalone stamp sets. This one was interesting, and I did get a swap from Dina Rico, and she used the stamps in the set to build a flower. She also is highlighting some brand new dies that we're going to see later in the bundle section. But these dies are called Branching Out, and they have this really fun kind of stitched ticket corner. Yeah, I mean, ticket corner, that's what I'm going to call it. Stitched ticket corner dies, and there's labels. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a coordinating stamp set, but honestly, I just bought the dies because I thought I would want to use these dies with so many different stamp sets, just like this, to kind of create a fun little die cut. Actually, I'm wondering if this will work. It might be too long. I'm trying to redo the calendar for 2026, and most of the dies I used are no longer current, so I'm trying to finish that and come up with that. So if you're waiting on the 2026 calendar, it's coming. I'm working on it. We've got a few more stamp sets here, individual stamp sets. I flagged this page because I really love this layout. It's really, really clean and simple, but I just thought it was kind of nice. So hopefully we'll have some time. We'll come back to that. But then we get into the Creativity Your Way suite or area, and this is where we have kind of the suites with all the stuff. And I know as an avid crafter, this is my favorite section. I know it is for you guys too. And so our first suite is called Traditions of Christmas. This is the one that I'm going to be featuring for the Sweet Escape. And so if you get the retreat with the Sweet Escape swag box, it's going to include an entire package of this gorgeous Traditions of Christmas designer paper. This is a 12 by 12 designer paper, which has beautiful colors like where are the colors? Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Pool Party, Real Red, and Secret Sea. I'm so used to the colors being like across the page. There they are. Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Old Olive, Pool Party, Secret Sea, and of course the gold foil. This paper has very traditional colors for Christmas with a few extras like pink and Secret Sea blue. This has 2 stamp sets in the suite. One of them is the traditional labels stamp set, which has really fantastic label dies that I think you're gonna love for everything, not just Christmas. And then also the Christmas greenery stamp set with coordinating dies. I had to go back and get them after I realized how amazing they are. And so this is the bundle. I will give you a discount if you're getting the retreat and the swag and the whole thing. You can add on this bundle, Christmas greenery, at a discount if you'd like. This beautiful wreath embossing folder makes a great backdrop for a card. We saw it on Mary Ellen's card here, and I used it on this card that I created with some of the designer paper. And then also the glitter embellishments are really beautiful, those little glitter sequins, and the cherry cobbler ribbon. We saw that on Amy's card. It has kind of a shine to it. Now the ribbon is included in the product share, so you're gonna get a yard each of all the new ribbons, and there are 9 total. including the ribbons from the July online exclusive. So I am including that in the product share, the July online exclusive ribbon and designer paper, because I know a lot of you like to get these samples in the product shares, and I didn't include the July product share, the July papers in any of the product shares yet. So it is going to be included in this one. So here are a couple cards that I created with traditions of Christmas. There will be different designs for the class that I do. And I got a swap card. This one didn't have a name on it, but I recognize the layout because it looks really, really similar to this one, without the ribbon and the little die cuts. And so if we've got time, I want to case this card because I just think it's so pretty, all the different elements. I love the designer paper in the background and the die cuts. So I'm flagging that one too so that we can create with it. But this is the Traditions of Christmas suite. So let me know. I know, Nan. I was just trying to make sure my spacing was right on the calendar, and she's saying, don't overthink the dies. Absolutely. I am to the point where like, I'm just going to put it out there with the pictures from previous years. But I always try to die cut the template and make sure that I've got all the spacing right before I put it out there. Lori, you must be tuning in late. The sweet retreat. I am releasing all the details tomorrow. I didn't quite get it all figured out. I'm doing a special class, a sweet retreat featuring the Traditions of Christmas suite. So stay tuned for details. I'm going to post all the details tomorrow. I will also share them in our team meeting on Saturday. And team members, of course, will get the back pocket card layouts for free because they always do. And we'll have access to check out the class, the event, and the PDF. All my team members get access to stuff like that for free. So we'll keep you posted, Lori. Yeah, I know. Lori says, I didn't think I liked or needed that paper. Wrongo. That is always the case. When I see it in person, I always change my mind. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm glad I got this one. But that's what I like about the product share, because you can try a little bit of each and then you can kind of decide, oh, maybe I do want a full pack of that one. Or you can just make a couple cards and feel good about it and feel like you don't need any more. And so it's just a great way to kind of try everything out without, without committing to a whole package, because I can tell you that buying a whole package of everything can get expensive. Oh, Sharon, I love that. She heard the nativity set described as reminiscent of the willow tree figures. I didn't even think of that, but it is very, yes, very in line with the willow tree figures, of which I have many. They're just kind of in a corner of my living room, and I always forget about that. But yeah, now that you say that, I do like that. And they're faceless, just like the willow tree figures. The faceless was kind of driving me crazy in the stamp set, and I just wasn't sure that I liked it. But the more I see it, the more I'm coming around. Such a gorgeous set. So here we see a technique with the embossing folder, watercoloring with the water painters, which are back in stock. So excited about that. And so just one way that you can customize that big wreath. Now this is a big wreath. It's like a 6x6 folder. So you can use that for a scrapbook page. It does not completely go on a card, but I think we're going to try to use that for the framed art project that I'm working on for the sweet retreat. So I'm sure you're going to want it. Moving right along, our next suite is the North Pole delivery. This one's got the fun designer paper that also has die cuts. I am undecided on the stamp set bundle. I didn't get it. The reason I'm on the fence is because I'm really intrigued by the box die, and I kind of want to get it for the box die. The paper is kind of fun. It includes colors like petal pink, garden green, some poppy parade, some pool party. We've got imagery of towns and mailboxes and fun, cute characters that are carrying the letters and the packages. Bears and dogs, foxes, owls, squirrels, rabbits, hedgehogs, and some of them even drive trucks. This designer paper does include die cuts, which will be included. I forgot to put them in my sample bag, but they will be included in the product share. So you'll get a little taste of those. Now, here is someone who did get the bundle. This one's from Betsy Kreider. And look at this. What a coincidence that these ladies used the same layout for their cards. I thought that was so fun, and a great way that you can see how that layout looks in different directions. So this one from Betsy used the stamp set with a cute dog carrying some letters to the mailbox. I also got a card from Natalie Travis, and I added some die cuts to her card because I thought it was too cute and needed a little something on there. I made a couple cards with this one too, including this one with the perennial postage die, and this one using some different elements. All of these come from the sentiments in the ephemera pack from the annual catalog. And then this one too with the bear. I used the perfect plaid embossing folder in the background, and then the dots and the fluffy white ribbon are both part of this suite too. Cindy says, you are such an enabler, but that's okay. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I'm just sharing. You don't have to buy everything. I mean, I can't buy everything. Like I said, I didn't get this one. I'm trying to be good. I actually didn't buy a lot of stamp sets this time. I'm really trying to cut back, and focusing a lot on the suites that have lots of coordinating products. And so I bought a few stamp sets here and there, but mostly I am trying to stick to all the coordinating products. I just love everything that coordinates, the paper and the ribbons and the embellishments. Here's one that is gorgeous. I will be featuring Peaceful Garden in one of my monthly classes, so stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be in a couple months. I think I've got Gathering Together for September, and then Modern Christmas for October. So this one's probably going to be November, with a stamp along in December for this kit. So the Peaceful Garden, this is one that Stampin' Up! Featured in Creativity Now, an event for demonstrators back in the spring. And so you might have seen this already, and I think I've shared the projects that I've made. It is such a pretty color with the different shades of blue, including Misty Moonlight, Secret Sea, Lost Lagoon, Pecan Pie, Crumb Cake, Cloud Cover. Maybe it's Cloud Cover, not Lost Lagoon. We also have glitter paper, which is included in the product share. And the beautiful ribbon. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite ribbons. This one is the Misty Moonlight with the silver. So pretty. I'm actually surprised I didn't get more swap cards with this suite. But here are some of the cards that I made. Loving this embossing folder that coordinates with the suite. I don't know how well you can see it in the plastic. It's got a lot of doves in the die cuts, and I say a lot, it has two. It has two doves, but I have the hiccups today. Designer paper has a lot of doves in it. This paper is 12 by 12. And then it also has these beautiful flower embellishments as part of the suite. Love, love, love. I was going to feature this one for the Sweet Escape. So many of you were like, I don't know. And so I was like, okay, well, I decided to do the Christmas one. But I will do a card kit with the Peaceful Garden. So if you love it, get ready, because we're gonna play some more with this in the coming months. Peaceful Garden. Tell me what you think. I want some like yays and nays as we go through these suites. Tell me what you think about each one. Do you love it? Is it on your list? Did you order it already? Looking back at some of your comments. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Sharon's saying she didn't realize that the willow tree were faceless and she had to go back and look at them. So yeah, I love that you can see that. She says, my thought is now we see them through our own personal lens, which I think is just extra special. Nancy, you need to help me get to my next million. I love it. Of course, I'm not going to tell you no when it comes to that. If you would like to order from me, juliedavison.com/shop, you can order everything from the catalog. And in which case, I definitely suggest that you get it all. Yeah. I'm still a long ways away from 2 million, but I'm going to keep chugging along. This one is interesting. Lights of Aurora. And it has a 6x6 designer paper. You're going to get 6 different patterns here. And you actually see on the next page, I love when they do this, kind of a little sneak peek of the artist creating. So she used chalk pastels to create this. The little blurb says, our artist hand painted the lights of Aurora paper using soft pastels. She painted lines of color and pushed the paint out with a foam block to create the effect of glowing northern lights sweeping across the sky. I just thought that was so cool. So here we have the digitized and printed version of her artwork using those soft pastels. I love it. Now, I used to say I've never seen the Northern Lights. I've always wanted to. But a year or two ago, we actually could see them down here in central Illinois. And I went out late at night because I almost forgot. And it was hard to see with the naked eye, but I could see them so much more vividly when I took pictures. And so the picture, like, it turned out, it just picked up that light even more. And oh my gosh, it was so gorgeous. It wasn't like, you know, the like the whole thing, but I did get to see some Northern Lights, and absolutely gorgeous. So this one has lots of different images here, and you know, I really think these would be gorgeous for some like Oh Holy Night kind of cards, you know, with the night sky. I think that would be kind of beautiful. It has a bundle that's called Light and Wonder, and the stamp set is all words, which are really fun. Embrace the wonder, may your day be filled with magic and light. And I didn't get this one. Again, I'm trying really hard to cut back because I have the Scenic Adventure stamp set, and so it has some silhouette dies. You can see the ones here, the tree lines, the clouds, and this one has some tree lines and it has some mountains. And so I thought maybe I could use this bundle with the designer paper to create some cards. The Scenic Adventure has some sentiments that I think would go really well too. You're amazing. Cheers to another journey. Cheers to another adventure. So some kind of fun ones. I don't know. That's my thought, is I'm going to try to mix and match that. I did get a swap card from Kelly Atchison, and she used the painted texture embossing folder on a back of one of the designer papers, I think, to create the background, and then the foreground using some of the tree dies and a little Wink of Stella on there too. Isn't it gorgeous? Like, I don't think you need to do a whole lot with this designer paper. I think it is just so beautiful. Lori says this one was her second had to have purchase. Yes, and the Christmas dog was the first one. I love it. They are so beautiful in person. The pictures never do it justice. Catherine, you are right. And I can't wait to play some more. This one has some gorgeous, what are these called? Frosted iridescent dots. They are a little chunky, if I remember right. And the ribbon is really beautiful. It's a sheer balmy blue ribbon, really light and really beautiful. I think Kelly actually used some on her card back here. So it doesn't detract from the designer paper. Really beautiful. This one's on your list, Jaylene. I'm so glad. I love it. So I will try to play around, like I said, with the other bundle and see what I can create with it. But the cards here are so beautiful. And when you turn the page, you really can see how dynamic the dies are in this framed art where they layered different pieces. And I love that it's just in these like very bold, bright colors. We got the layers of green and blue and orange to create this awesome scene. So I do think it's a fun bundle. I'm just trying to use what I have. And I think that it's really great, especially getting something like the product share, because you can refresh your paper crafting collection and maybe use things you already have to create with the new paper and the new colors and, you know, the new imagery. Our next suite is called Autumn Toile, and this is one I showcased early as well because I got some when I went to Disney on the incentive trip. This was something that I received as part of the hospitality room gifts. And so I've got this designer paper. Actually, Meg received the designer paper and shared it with me. I got the dies, I think. And so this paper is 12 by 12, and there are only 4 sheets in this paper. And then you get multiples of the 4. I hope I didn't over order. I think I ordered right. I love the backside, very masculine patterns here. Mom and I just featured this one last Sunday, so you may have seen that video. Here is that foil paper. It's called Earth and Toned Metallic Paper. Hi. And it is kind of like a brown early espresso color. So pretty. So I finished the cards that I was starting in that Sunday video, and you'll have to tell me this or that. I couldn't decide if I liked the stamped tree on the brown card or the die cut brown tree on the gray granite card. So give me a quick this or that. Tell me what you think. I used some circles here of the paper and then the sentiment from another set, and then some of this woven ribbon. It is called Irregular Weave, and it's really, really pretty. And some of the dots that go with this suite, they are the streaked dots. So this or that. Mesa says you like them both. You have to decide. If I had to decide, if I had to pick, I think I would go with this one. I really like the die cut tree, but so many of you on the video were saying this, and so I'm just curious if that has changed or if you still feel the same way. I'm seeing a lot of this. Tony likes that better. I know it is a hard one, Nan. I think the tree kind of, you see the detail more, and the lighter color, I think, kind of pops against the brown. I also think I like the designer paper against the brown card base more than I like it against the gray granite card base because it blends in a little bit more. Did I talk you guys into that? I'm saying a few that's now that I've talked about it, but they're both fantastic, and it just shows you that you can create, you know, the same layout and kind of make variations on it. Here's some more cards that I've created with this designer paper. This one I did some sponging on the die cut leaf. Here's one where I used some of the dies on the designer paper. This is so gorgeous. And then the one I did in Sunday stamping, I did some sponging back here and stamped and colored. Yes, I colored some of the images. Now this card I couldn't show you at the time. This card was inspired by the One Sheet Wonder on page 42. And I think this is so great. Now Stampin' Up! Has created a printout, and I will add this to the video description for you. They did a craft along with demonstrators, and they have measurements for all the pieces that they show here. So they took a sheet of 12 by 12 designer paper, they cut it into different pieces to create the cards here, which are lining up with the card layouts, the card templates down here. So the numbers here correspond with the card layout, 2, 3, 4, several pieces on 5. So if you would like to make these cards or something similar, I'll add the craft along measurements, the cutting guide for you in the video description, so you can check that out. And then they did something a little bit different with each card, which I just think is so much fun. So they did different techniques. Like the first one, they cut out pieces of the designer paper. Kind of fun. And the second one, and yeah, I think they're the same numbers over here. On the, nope, they're different. I don't know why, but on the second card in the catalog, they dressed up the pattern with Stampin' Blends. So they used Stampin' Blends to alter or enhance the designer paper. On the third card, they stamped directly on the designer paper to add some extra elements. So they stamped the sentiment on there, but you could stamp anything on your designer paper depending on what you're using. On the fourth one over here, they colored the line art images with Stampin' Blends. You could also use colored pencils or other things to color the paper. In the fifth sample, they used a blending brush on the designer paper, which is what I did with this card, adding some color to the background. So you can customize your designer paper in all these different ways. In the last sample here, they die cut a shape of the designer paper. They die cut the tree, but you could die cut an oval or something else. So lots of different ways to use. I love that they have this one sheet wonder, not only showcasing different layouts, but also showcasing different techniques. So I hope that you feel inspired by this page. I know the first time I saw the catalog, this page is what stood out to me. And this was like, I was automatically drawn to wanting to case these cards to copy and share everything, or copy and steal everything. I just saw your comment, Nan. My mom said the same thing. She saw the fox paper and she was like, what does the fox say? I'm not going to sing the rest of the song, but that was a popular song back then. And now we can sing it when we play with this paper because we've got a fox there. I had somebody asking me about the frames here. I'm not actually sure how they made these frames. I don't know if they just covered frames that were already made or if they actually created the frames. I'm still waiting to hear back from Stampin' Up. We'll see if I can get an answer. Now let me go back here to show you because this suite has two different bundles. It has the Amber Autumn bundle, which I couldn't show you because I didn't have it, with two different images, the pumpkins, the acorns, and then some really great sentiments. And then the trees, the autumn trees, which is what I had and used. The Amber Autumn bundle has this gorgeous background die with the leaves. Swoon. I'm thinking about this bundle because the die is so amazing. This card from Angie Leach really showcases it beautifully with the pecan pie against basic beige, bringing in some Lost Lagoon and coloring in that coordinating image. So gorgeous. This one's got a similar vibe from Betsy Kreider using crumb cake for the background on the Lost Lagoon cardstock, and the same image colored a little bit differently. This card from Mel Lampert uses the designer paper and those pumpkins, as does this card from Marita Booker. And lastly, I have a card from Leanne Greff using an embossing folder from the online exclusive Gathering Together suite. And the label from that label set that was part of the Traditions of Christmas. Oh, that one is so gorgeous. Okay, I think that's it for my Autumn Toile. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this one. Tell me what you guys think about Autumn Toile. Is this one on your list? Are you thinking about this one, or did you order it already? Nan's question, does Stampin' Up! Still do the PDF that shows page by page what products are used? Yes, they do. I was just looking at that document today, and I will link it up for you in the video description when I'm all done. And I'm going to make myself a note. So we have craft along measurements and project supply list. I will add those links of those resources. Also working on a blog post that has kind of all those resources all in one place for you as well. It's been it's been a long week. So many things to do. I feel like I'm just barely keeping up. Now the project supply list is just a list of the supplies used. It is not instructions. It is not measurements. So I just want to manage your expectations. It does have a picture of each sample and then just a breakdown of the supplies. Nan says, sleep first. I promise you I will. Okay, so moving on from there, we get into some scrapbooking from scratch sections. So we're sort of revisiting some of these favorite suites with a scrapbooking twist. So we have the designer paper. You can get it by itself or you can get it with a sticker sheet. There also is an additional stamp set that has more of a scrapbooking focus. This one called Keeping Traditions. I think it would go really well with a scrapbooking workshop kit, although it is not necessary, but it does coordinate with the designer paper if you want to add some things to your pages or create even more with it. Keeping Traditions. And then we have Peaceful Days to coordinate with the Peaceful Garden. So it's got a sticker sheet, also two-tone cardstock packages with assortments of colors in 12 by 12 cardstock that coordinates with these scrapbooking workshop kits as well. Our next section is bundles, and we have several different bundles. This one cracks me up, I have to say. The Fluffy Squirrel is probably the most popular stamp set used in the swaps that I received. I've been holding out on the squirrel. Traditionally, I'm not a fan of squirrels, I will just say. At our old house that we lived at like 10 years ago, how long did we live? 8 years ago. We had a lot of mature trees in the neighborhood. And so the squirrels were like little, I don't know, they just ruled the street. They were everywhere. We couldn't put pumpkins out because they would just like shred them. And so I've just never been a fan of squirrels. In our newer neighborhood, we have not as mature trees. Our neighborhood is newer, and finally in this last year we've had some squirrels that have found us, and so there is a squirrel nest in a tree in the backyard or a neighbor's backyard. But this year, especially with the dogs being gone, there are so many squirrels in my backyard. I'm always seeing them prancing across the lawn. Sometimes they fight, and they're kind of cute. They're not annoying yet, but I don't know. Fluffy Squirrel, you tell me what you think. The thing that's really awesome about this is there's a coordinating punch. How can you not like a stamp set with a coordinating punch? Also, I felt they kind of looked creepy, but I am warming up to them. Black and white. I think that's the thing. In black and white, they look creepy, but in color, okay, they're kind of cute. So here's the cards. This one from Barb Mulligan. Tell me what you guys think. You are in the comment. You love them. Okay, Bonnie, thank you. She says Fluffy Squirrel weirds her out. That eye. Yes. Oh my gosh. Lynn, the squirrels are sharpening their teeth on your brick house? What? How? I've never heard of that. That is crazy. Lisa, also not a fan of the eyes. I'm glad I'm not alone in this, you guys. Celine Kempton created this card. I mean, the cards are cute. I do think once you put color on this squirrel, he's kind of adorable. This one from Don Olszewski. I think they both used Cajun Craze, which I really kind of love for a red squirrel. And this one from Margot Richardson, using that leaf background from the Amber Autumn. And the punch punches both the squirrel and the little acorn. So that's kind of fun. And then another one from Gwen Duckworth using the Amber Autumn leaf background. I love hers. She did hers in gray granite, I think, on basic beige cardstock. So I like the coloring there. All right, so we have gray granite, we've got pecan pie, that's pecan pie too, and Cajun Craze. What color are the squirrels by you? My parents have black squirrels by them, but we don't really have any black squirrels here in central Illinois where I live. Anyway, there's the Fluffy Squirrel. That's where you're going to find it on page 49. And I flagged this page because I really like this layout. So I don't have the squirrel, but I think I'm going to case this layout with a different stamp set. Okay, next up, branching out. Here's the one I was telling you about earlier. It's got fantastic dies. These are stitched dies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and we have the layering sizes. Really fun. You can make a frame like they did here. This also has some detailed dies, the greenery, the pine cone and branches, and the stamp set has sentiments in it plus imagery of branches and pine cones. So if you love the imagery, get the whole bundle, save 10%. But I think that these dies are just really beautiful, and I think they're going to be kind of go-tos. So just get the dies. If you like the dies, get the bundle. If you like the whole thing, save a little money. I don't have a sample with it yet, but I'm excited to play and see. Next up, words for the season. This is a greeting stamp set. There are some detailed dies that have the words Merry, Happy Christmas, Wishes, Greetings, Autumn, New Year, Holidays, and Halloween. Not something that I got, but really great inside sentiments. I think this is something that we're missing so much. I was just talking to somebody the other day about how we don't have a lot of inside words. Here we go. Words for the season. This one has inside words. Let's toast to yesterday's achievements and tomorrow's bright future. I love that. So a great stamp set there. Words for the season to have sentiments to go inside your card. You can get the stamp set or the bundle with the dies and create some fun things. The Snowy Delights bundle includes a stamp set, dies, and the decorative masks. And I did get a swap card from Carol Stuckey. I love her card. I was not thinking I think she made something really beautiful that I didn't see when I looked at the catalog in black and white. And I typically shy away from the decorative masks. I just don't use them a lot. You can use them with embossing paste, which I think would be really cool with a snowflake, or you can use them with ink. So lots of different ways to layer here. The snowflake is really big, and you can see it takes up like a whole card, but I think the size would be really great on a scrapbook page. So kind of a fun one, Snowy Delights. This one is in the mini catalog on page 52 and 53. Next up, this is what you guys asked a lot for. I posted on my Facebook page and I asked what you guys wanted to see, and so many of you said the gingerbread man, the gingerbread man. I didn't get this one, but maybe I'll have to because you guys keep asking for it. Tell me what you guys think about the gingerbread man. We have a die where it folds over so you can create a little card, like a little gingerbread man card. There's little accessories like the hat and the scarf and the mug, some different die cuts for the face, and of course the cute little stamp set where you can emboss that in white on the brown cardstock for such a cute look. Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh, thank you so much for pointing that out. Margot is saying that the punch for the squirrel only punches out one of the two squirrels. So I just want to point that out really quick. So you can kind of see it highlighted here. It's the one that's in gray. It shows you which one it punches out. So it doesn't punch out this one. It only punches out that one. Thanks for pointing that out, Marco. I know, so cute. You have this one, Tony, the gingerbread man, working on a fun card with it. I think that there's a lot of potential there. I just don't know that I would use it to its fullest potential, but I might have to if you guys all want to see it so much. Nan says it reminds her of the movie Shrek and the gingerbread man. I'm always singing that little song. Oh no, that's the Muffin Man song. Never mind. Forget it. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man who lives on Jewelry Lane. All right, next up, our stamp set, Gift of Joy. This one has kind of been caught my eye because I just love the simplicity of the images. It's a two-step stamp set, so you have like garlands, and then you can color the garlands, or you can do wreath, so one half and the other half. And then we've got the poinsettias, the ornament, the stocking, the gift as used here on this card from Robin Satterwhite. I love the red and green here. Very traditional Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas. Such a lovely card with those colors, Secret Sea, Old Olive, and Real Red. And we've got the delightful decorative dots. They don't necessarily coordinate with designer paper, but just I think fun colors and accessories for different different stamp sets. There are some other individual stamp sets here. I skipped a page. Ooh, this was a good one too. There's the sweater and hats and gloves and socks. I think that's a fun one. Some detailed pattern tag dies. Those look really fun. And then if you like the hybrid folder that die cuts and embosses at the same time, there's one called Christmas Words, and it die cuts and embosses at the same time with the die that goes in the embossing folder. Lots of different sentiments. Happy Christmas, 'tis the season, holly jolly, season's greetings. I really like the way it looks in gold. I think that's really gorgeous. Some more standalone stamp sets, a little something for everybody. I love that they always do that. And 1,000,000 Sales Achiever stamp set. Maybe there's another one and I missed it. This one, inspired by Sharon Armstrong, has this really fun happy and then different things that you can mix with it. So happy life, happy place, happy days, happy times. And this card was created by Terry Biggs, showcasing in Strawberry Slush, this new stamp set. Love that. This petal arrangement is one of the buildable backgrounds. So it's kind of fun. It comes as one big piece, but it's also cut apart so that you can stamp it all together as one, or you can stamp each component on its own, or put it together in different configurations to create a border or otherwise. And you can kind of see how it breaks apart, so you can use part of it and not the other. I love that. Of course, you can always make your own buildable background by just cutting your stamp. But this one comes already like that, already cut for you, so that you can kind of create your own thing. I think that's fun. All right, nice index in the back, so you can kind of like just take this to the store. And in the shopping cart, there is a place for item numbers. So you don't have to go to each store page to find the item that you want and add to cart. In the shopping cart, you can click on like add or item, or maybe there's just like a little pound sign or hashtag, and open up a place where you can just enter item numbers. So if you just want to take this index page and just go through and enter all the items that you want, then you don't have to hunt and peck for them. So just a little quick tip there in the shopping cart. That's such a great, easy way to order. If there's just a whole bunch of things that you want, you can use this as your shopping list and circle what you have or circle what you want. All right, that was the mini catalog. But there's more. That's right. We have the online exclusive product list, and this is the flyer that is pinned here in the live chat. The online exclusives are additional products that are released at the same time. So this just started yesterday on September 3rd. The online exclusives this time include 3 different suites, including, and I printed these images out from the online store. So I'm gonna make it look like a catalog. This suite is called Gathering Together. It includes some gorgeous designer paper that I was just playing with the other day to create my sample. This is the designer paper that I will be featuring for this month. If you place an order with me in September, that's $40 or more. After rewards, before tax and shipping, you'll get the Gathering Together project kit, which is going to include 4x6 pieces of this designer paper. This is also included in the product share. So if you get the product share, you'll have some of the paper that you need to create the cards. This paper includes gold foil, as well as imagery of mushrooms and leaves and acorns. The colors are Cajun Craze, Basic Beige, Chocolate, early espresso, not chocolate chip, and some crushed curry as well. Really gorgeous colors, a really gorgeous paper. We also have an embossing folder that's really fun, Cajun Craze and gold dots, a stamp set, dies, early espresso, and old olive twine. I created this card that I showed you earlier to go with the August back pocket card layout. I love the way that turned out. I got this card as a swap from Mary McNeely. She has showcased the embossing folder. And on basic beige cardstock here. Really, really pretty. So it's kind of got this little leaf, a really delicate design, but sort of a fun background. Oh, yes! The maple leaf. I didn't even think about that. Of course, for everybody in Canada. That's awesome. And this swap card came in from Bonnie O'Neill. I added 2 little stamped images, and I actually added the embellishments too. I just wanted to dress it up and showcase the image. I was stamping with it today, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to add that. But I think this suite is so gorgeous. Now, the bundle does include these gigantic leaves, some of which have the stitching on them, so you can stitch them, and they've created like a little garland, a little banner here, and I think that's really lovely. So you can use them on cards, scrapbook pages, or create something bigger and amazing with it. What do you guys think about gathering together? Is this sweet on your list? You know I love fall, and so I just couldn't help it. This is definitely right up my alley and one of the first things I had to order. Our next suite is called Modern Christmas, and this definitely is a bit of a stretch for me. It is definitely a more modern take on Christmas with the black and white and gold. I am part of a tutorial group where I work with other demonstrators to create project tutorials that I share with you every month as bonus projects that go along with the project kit. So if you get the project kit, you get the bonus projects, and they're just extra ideas using the suite. And so I typically use the suites that we feature for our tutorial group with the project kits. That's how I decide. And we vote on which suites to highlight. And I did not vote for Modern Christmas, but this is the one that everybody else voted for, so I'm gonna go with it. This is what we're gonna feature in October. This one has got the gorgeous black and white and gold. It has some trees in it and some other Christmas imagery, but I also think some of the black and white could be good for other things as well. This one has some hoops as part of the suite, the large gold hoops, and so you can see some examples of ornaments they've made with the large hoops. We also have black and white and gold and white baker's twine, which is really fun. I have had a chance to play around and create a few cards. So here's a card I made for a swap using the Modern Christmas designer paper and the Ornamental Christmas cling stamp. And I also made this one. This also features a designer paper that is online exclusive. It has sort of embossed snowflakes on it. Can you see that? I gold embossed the tree and did that on the black cardstock. And this swap card came from Anna Masternak. I think she really showcased the beautiful ornament imagery that is part of the bundle. This came from the designer paper, but the gold dots came from the center here, and the ornament topper are both from the Ornamental Christmas dies. I do think it's striking. Catherine's saying we had a similar paper, you're right, a few years ago. And yeah, I think she says it lends itself to more masculine looking cards instead of the floofy style cards. I know what you mean. And I think it is definitely a beautiful look with the black and white. Very striking. I think that's a good word for it. Oh, and New Year's. Yes. Nan says it would be so good for New Year's. I agree. They should have had like a Happy New Year stamp in there. That would have been good. So that one's Modern Christmas. The third and final suite that's part of the online exclusive release is called Elegant Pine Snowflakes. And this one is really interesting to me. The snowflakes are made up of pine. I think it was Melissa Perry shared some imagery of how this is like a thing. And so you see that in some of the designer paper as well. Like the snowflakes, if you look closely, are made of pine, pine branches and pine needles. And I just think it's kind of a fun look. So we got lots of greens here, shaded spruce, old olive, some garden green, a little pretty peacock in there as well. and probably some cherry cobbler, I think. And then the stamp set has coordinating imagery. There's some detailed dies that are part of this. Shaded spruce, this beautiful wide ribbon. And the faceted snowflakes are kind of a very bejeweled look to these. Now, I have the stamp set and the designer paper. I haven't really had a chance to play yet, but I was excited to get some samples, including this one from Sandy Jacobson, where she die cut the snowflake from the designer paper. And this one from Kay Cogbill, using another new bundle and punch shape, which I will get to momentarily. May said this was the first suite that you ordered, or was it Modern Christmas? I can't tell if there's a little lag. I think it's this one. It is really unique and different. And Mesa, I can't wait to see what you create with this suite. It intrigues me very much, and I'm excited to play with it some more. So this is Elegant Pine Snowflakes. And again, if you're not sure, that's what's so fantastic about the product share is you get a little bit of everything. You get a little 6x6 sample, and then you can see what you think. Okay. Next up, we have some online exclusive bundles, and these are just additional amazing bundles that are available. So I don't have samples for all of them. We've got the beautiful pumpkins, the homemade treats. Here's a card from Rachel Chamberlain with the homemade treats. So cute. I love the traditional red and green, some of that paper. I think that the plaid is a B-side from another set, that I think the Traditions of Christmas, actually. And then there's this really fun snowflake kisses. The greetings are all, the stamp set is all greetings, and then there's some really fun dies, including the detailed background die and individual detailed snowflakes, some looks like stitched circles, and some other like negative die areas. I don't know, I think it's kind of fun. I didn't get it yet, but it's not snowing yet, so maybe I'll change my mind. Definitely deserves a thumbs up. Yes. Oh, thank you so much for the reminder. If you are enjoying this catalog walkthrough and video, please give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future card making videos. It really helps out my channel, and I appreciate that all so much. Thank you. All right, some more bundles. We've got the Pet Love bundle with the bandanas. Kind of fun there. The Festive Friends. These guys creep me out a little bit. I don't know about those beady eyes. Not a fan of that one, but you know what? I don't need to buy everything. I did go ahead and get pine tree trimmings. This is a shaker card set. It includes a die that die cuts a hole, and then there are shaker frames in the shape of the tree. So the tree shaker domes, gold stars to put inside. This card is from Tammy Ward. But lots of options there. And I think that bundle is going to be a lot of fun. So I did get that one. I'll be sharing with you again. So stay tuned for more ideas with that. And then here's the bundle called Sign Design, and this one has a coordinating punch. I'm going to bring back the two cards that I had with this one and show you. I love punches. I'm not so sure about this one. It's like, it's an interesting shape, but it does have different sentiments for lots of things. We've got Merry and Bright, Happy New Year, Season of Thanks, Trick or Treat, Be Sweet. What does it say? May it be filled with joy. So there are some different things. So here's the card from Amy Combs, and this one was from Kay Cogbill, and they both used the punch. So you can kind of get an idea of the size of it and the shape of it. It's kind of a fun shape, and I'm still on the fence on this one. You guys tell me what you think. Is this one on your list? Are you thinking about this one? I don't know. I seeing it in person, I think I like it maybe a little bit more. I was trying to decide if I would use the sentiments, but I can always just get the punch on its own and use it with my own things. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm still not sure either. But I'm glad to have some samples, and I'll think about it. That's the other thing. We got time. We don't have to buy it all at once, right? The next page goes over individual products. I think all of these are in the bundles, so we've seen those already, except the Silent Snowfall paper. That's the one that I showed you on this card, and it is only that one pattern with a snowflake, and so you just get several sheets of it. I want to say 6 sheets that are 12 by 12, and so you can cut that down. And it's just like the pre-embossed snowflakes, so you can create cards with that. On the next page, we've got specialty velvet paper. We do this every couple years. I don't know. I think it would be really pretty to emboss and die cut maybe with it. So I'm going to play around. Here's that snowflake paper, and you're going to get both of those in the product share. So all that specialty paper is included, so you can play a little bit, decide what you like. And then we've got some new scrapbooking kits, the scrapbooking workshop kits for Halloween that coordinates with Spooky Sweet that originally came out in the July online exclusives, and then also Lovely Florals, which coordinates with Charming Florals from the July online exclusives. So if you love those scrapbooking workshop kits, the 2-tone packs that coordinate, there's also 2 new stamp sets that coordinate with those that are kind of cute. So check those out. There is, ooh, look at that. I did not notice that before. The Etched Autumn Leaf, Etched Autumn Cling stamp. So it's one big background stamp with leaves. That's kind of cool. And then the Winter Scenes Cling stamp set has some different stamps that go. There's another one that just got on the last chance list too. It was the Framed Scenes, I think it was, and it had coordinating dies, which also were on the last chance. But now we got the Winter Scenes stamp set. So these are the online exclusives, just kind of an addition to the items that are available in the mini catalog. Well, this video has been well over an hour, so I don't think we're gonna do any stamping tonight because I have more cards to show you if you want to see them. We'll save the stamping for another time, and I'm sorry that we didn't get a chance to create live tonight, but I showed you a lot of project ideas in tonight's video, and so I hope that you do feel inspired by all of the cards that I shared. I hope that the walkthrough of the catalog and the new online exclusives just kind of helped you get acquainted with some of these new things that are coming out, because I'll be with it. I am going to add those links for you in the video description, the craft along measurements and the project supply list as promised. So I'll try to do that in the next hour. Nan says she's a big fan of the 2-tone cardstock. She says, just like Pokemon, gotta get them all. I love it. I haven't used the 2-tone cardstock a lot, but I'm excited to play some more. All right, I'm bringing out my stack of cards to share with you. Oh, I don't think I've shared these yet. I think that they have been stacking up over here. And so I'm going to take some time to share. You know, we're going to do a little mail call. And so if you don't like to see that, then thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you do like to see the beautiful cards that I've gotten, then here we go. Buckle up. There's actually quite a few cards in here that were double cards from the Great Big Card Swap. And so I've got lots of those to share, and then just some other ones, including this one. I think the most recent one that I got from Mel Lampert, and she used the, I think it's called More Than Autumn, and it's such a fun set. This one came out last year. It's still available, and it has some really great imagery like the pie and the donuts and the latte, but it's more than just for autumn because it has words and imagery for cocoa and peppermint, and so it's not just autumn. Lots of fun stamps and images there. So Mel, thank you so much for this card. It was so fun to be reminded of this stamp set and all the amazing things I love about fall, my very favorite season. Next card came from Sue, I still need to figure out, is it Crowley or Crawley? You'll have to let me know. I'm so sorry. This is using the beautiful gallery suite, and such a sweet note from Sue. Thank you so much. It was really lovely of you to send this card, and I really enjoyed your note. We have some basic beige and that beautiful Damask Designs embossing folder, and Wink of Stella on the flower. So pretty. Both of these cards, I think that's funny, use the imagery from the paper pumpkin. That was the strawberries. I've got this one and I haven't done it yet. I think this was a June paper pumpkin kit. This card comes from Betty Woda using some of the imagery. Actually, this also looks like some from designer paper with the fruit. That was a while ago. So thank you so much, Betty, for your card. This one I love so much from Sharon. A little trifold here with the imagery, Life is Sweeter Than You, from that kit. I love that little fun fold. Sharon, thank you so much for your card. And I love that coordinating paper from the Eclectic Designs, I think it was called. Love those strawberries. Yes, and the colors are fantastic. You guys have no idea. No, you do have an idea because you're card makers. How much receiving handmade cards just really brightens someone's day. I know each time I got that special sized envelope in the mail, like it just made me so happy, and you can't help but smile when you get beautiful things in the mail. So as always, when I'm going through these cards, I just want to not only say thank you for brightening my day and making me so happy, but also to encourage you to share those happy moments and those smiles with your friends and family. Sandy Coy Emery is someone who regularly shares cards with me, and so I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to do that. But I can tell that Sandy sends cards a lot to her family and friends, and I know, Sandy, even if they don't say it, that they appreciate that so very much. You thinking of them and sharing that hug with a fold in the middle. So here's a fun card. This is punching the designer paper and then using it over here, and probably maybe it was even a die that die cut and there was two halves of this, but I just thought it was kind of clever the way you have that opposite, right, with the excuse me, that came out of nowhere. The I want to say yin yang, the negative and the positive effect with the punch. I think that's really beautiful. And this card also from Sandy, a little mini card on the card base using some of the Unbounded Beauty designer paper. This one's in the last chance list. It's so pretty. I just love this one. So if you like that pretty in pink, the peach pie, this summer splash, this also has the emerald Shy Shamrock. God, I always do that. Emerald Envy. Shy Shamrock. Make sure to check out the Unbounded Beauty paper in the last chance list. Oh my gosh, Chris Anderson brought over this card for me and a special little gift. Chris, you are just so sweet. She created this card for a shoebox swap that she went to recently, and using the two-tone cardstock to sand the piece here. And I just thought this was so pretty. These colors, Bubble Bath, Petunia Pops, and Blackberry Bliss. This is the Floral Charm designer paper, which is included in your product share. So it's such a pretty paper if you haven't played with it yet. Chris, thank you for making an extra card for me. We're just so sweet. I love you. Our next card from Janice Torgerson. I love the blue lobsters. I thought for sure I was going to look at this card. I thought it was from Jo Williams because she's always using. I got another card from Jo where she used, I'm going to pull it out right now. The, maybe it was shells. Yeah, shells. But the colors are similar. This is Jo's card. Okay. Janice used this card with the blue lobsters, and I just love that so much. This blue is Azure Afternoon. I do not use that color enough. I love that. Janice, thank you for the card. I think you were sending me, some money for the postage for the Great Big Card Swap. That was so sweet of you. If you ever forget postage for the Great Big Card Swap, you can always just put it in your next card. That's totally fine. I don't pay that close of attention when we open the cards. We just open them all up, and I usually have people helping me, so they open the cards and take the money out. And so when I'm looking at the cards, I don't know who sent dollars and who didn't. So if you forget, it's okay. Just send it next time. It all evens out. That's kind of how I how I think about it. Here's the card from Jo Williams, and she used similar colors. Jo lives in North Carolina, and so she's always using beachy stamps. I love these shells. So so pretty. So this was one of the extras. She sent me a double for the great big card. So our theme last month was beautiful backgrounds. And so you're going to see some really gorgeous cards with really beautiful backgrounds. This is one of them. Thank you so much, Joe, for sending an extra for me. Our next card, a happy birthday card from Pat Christ with a celebratory sips designer paper. My birthday was in July and I'm still getting birthday messages. Thank you so very much for remembering my birthday. It was so sweet of you to send a card. This one from Jill Pace. Oh my gosh, I love this color combination. It's Petunia Pop with some crushed curry in here, Granny Apple Green, and the brushed brass butterflies. I love it. Mwah. Chef's kiss. The textured note dies layered together, white on white, I think really just make this card so lovely and step it up. Thank you so much, Jill, for sending me this card. I'm so glad that you are enjoying this stamp set, and I appreciate that you sent me a card with it too. Our next card, this is one from the Great Big Card Swap. This one is from Pat Stewart. I love this layout. It's a back pocket card layout, and so maybe that's why I'm drawn to it. But we've got some of the Florals in Bloom designer paper. The background is the beautiful bouquet designer paper crumpled up, and I think it just adds so much to the background to add that texture. So you don't need an embossing folder, just crumple it up, add your own texture. I think it really just makes it very interesting to have that designer paper manipulated in that way. Thank you, Pat, for your card. Our next one from Donna Johnson, a happy birthday card. This was a card for me. I love it. This is the Floral Charm bundle, the die that goes in that, and then Floral Impressions designer paper. That happy birthday is from a stamp set in the annual catalog. Hoping you have the best birthday ever. Thank you so much for that, Donna. That was so sweet of you. Our next card from Dixie Van Shake using the, oh, what is this? Oh my gosh, the Dahlia, right? I think it was a celebration stamp set. Really, really pretty little note card. I think also this was some postage for the Great Big Card Swap. So thank you so much for sending that, Dixie. So sweet. Our next card from Shirley Milkovich. And I love this. She used the turtle from Turtley Cute with some older designer paper. I love that layered paper look, and a lovely note from you. Thank you so much, Shirley, for that. I always love hearing from you guys, and it just makes me smile so much. I didn't mean to flash Shirley's address there, but if you want to send her a card and you paused it, then it'll be okay. It wasn't her home address. It was a P.O. box. So I always try to be so careful to put little privacy stickers over your address and your personal information like that. So I apologize that I didn't catch that one. Our next one is from Chris Anderson. So pretty. I love this. These are pieces of the ephemera pack, Let Joy Bloom. Oh, this was birthday too. Chris, you are just too much. I love it so much. The greens, this is Lemon Lime Twist and Granny Apple Green with the different ephemera packs. I love that you kind of mix that sentiment in there. So nice. I just read Margie's comment in the chat. Squirrels are large rats with huge tails. Margie must be watching the earlier part of the video when we're doing squirrel cards. And I kind of agree. They are, aren't they? Our next card from Cheryl Workman was a double from the Great Big Card Swap. She sent two using the Painterly Pears Sweet. I am loving this. You guys, if you saw the earlier part of the video, I shared the project kit for August with the Painterly Pears, and we're going to be making those cards together on the last Thursday of the month, September 25th. So stay tuned for that. Here's one from Sandy Coy Emery, another one with a fun fold. Look at that. I don't think I've seen a fold quite like this. It is one sheet of cardstock, you can tell, or half a sheet of cardstock, like a regular card. And she did some really fancy cutting and scoring to create this one. So fun. I might have to, I might have to try to tackle this, although it does look tricky, but really, really cool. I love it. Thank you so much, Sandy. Our next one was a double from the Great Big Card Swap from Diana Schaefer. What does the fox say? Well, he can say two different things. Diana included different sentiments, so I can make this a happy birthday card or a get well card. And I love that she even included 2 different pieces for the inside sentiment, depending on what I put on the front. That, like, build your own card. Our next one is from Linda Vanderspool. This beautiful background featuring the Falling Leaves embossing folder. So she actually inked up, it looks like the, oh, maybe it was embossed and then the ink. I always can never tell if it was the ink first or ink second. Either way, an inking technique with the embossing folder, really pretty the way it shows off the detail of that debossed image. Another one with an embossing folder, this one from Marie Ferrito, using the Sunflower 3D embossing folder. Now, Marie had 2 different variations. The other one was swapped out, actually will be swapped out next week. And this is the one I chose. Thank you so much, Marie, for showcasing such beautiful techniques with this folder. So we have the debossed side of the Sunflower embossing folder, streaked and sponged with ink, and then also the copper embossing powder on there too, just kind of adding the Versamark and some of the copper embossing powder. So gorgeous. I don't think the camera really can do this card justice. It is gorgeous. Another beautiful background card swap. This one is from Mesa. I love these colors. A blast from the past with the Seaside Spray. Pretty, no, was that Seaside Spray? Yeah, Pretty Peacock, Moody Mauve, some terracotta tile. This was so fun. Mesa's second card had stamped images punched out. I remember this punch so much. I did a Stamp of the Month club with it years and years and years ago when I first started doing the Stamp of the Month, and fond memories. I always love a good throwback. So thank you so much, Mesa, for sending an extra card for me. Rococo Rose, not Moody Mauve. You are right, Tony. Moody Mauve was more recent, but they're similar colors. Please forgive me. Did I get the other ones right? Our next one is from Anne Hallis. Am I saying that right, Anne? I'm so sorry. I feel like I keep trying. Hat as in hat. Hallis. I think so. And love this white on white. We've got a detailed die here cut into panels and then layered onto the white cardstock, the little die cut bee on the side. So fun. There was a second design that Anne did for her other card. It says, not older, just better. Oh, I love that. So cool. Our next card is from Kathy Triebenbach, and she did this really cool technique with the designer paper to create like a quilted look, and I think it turned out really cool. She said she was having trouble with the positioning, and so she tried to do some overlap, but I don't know, I think it just looks awesome, and I love the way that it reflects the quilt design on the stamped image here of the bear and the bunny. Spending time with you is such a joy. Oh, I love that so much. And what a fun fold card on that. Really, really cool. Our next card is from Sue Crowley. Oh, I'm sorry, Sue. This is the Happy Hibiscus embossed with designer paper. It looks like Thoughtful Journey. And then a little white ink on top, highlighting those embossed images, the embossed flowers. Stamped and die cut. You make me smile. This card definitely made me smile, so thank you so very much. The other one for the Great Big Card Swap was a little bit different. I think it used seashells, but the same kind of technique with the embossing folder and the white ink. Just beautiful. And this one from Terry Biggs had kind of a fun technique where she used saran wrap balled up to create like a alternative stamp and then pouncing it on the cardstock to create that background. So cool. I love that. This also had a different image on the other one. Old Olive and Calypso Coral are 2 of my favorite colors, so I had to pick this one. Our next card from Myrna Hernandez, another double from the Great Big Card Swap. Her other card was a little bit different, but same kind of technique with the embossing folder, sponging the color in there, and then just going over it with the another ink pad, really just kind of highlighting the different colors and that debossed image. Really, really cool. This one from Anne Telecki uses the Holly Jolly, I think it's called. It's a hybrid embossing folder. She didn't use the die, just the embossing folder, and then sponged the colors. I loved this one with the red berries. So beautiful. This kind of reminds me of that new punch, but it is just the circle with the bottom cut off. Kind of a fun twist on that. I love that, Ian. And our next card from Molly Jubert, using some really fun stamps. The other one was a sunflower. It was a really cute stamp. This stamp set is called Grinning Ghouls from 2003 and Frightfully Cute from 2021. I do remember that. Timid Tiger is the card base. The beautiful background with the sponging and the tone on tone with the orange stamped images and the little narrow dots. Really pretty. This card comes from Pat Christ using the Seabed embossing folder, colored with markers to highlight some of those images, and then that adorable whale done punch on top. I think that's what he was called. Such a fun one. I really loved that designer paper. This one had 2 different colors, so if you want to see the other one, you got to check out the video. Our last card from Donna Johnson used the beautiful gallery stamp set. They were having lots of fun, the Curly Girls and Cara, doing watercolor techniques on the stamping blocks. And so this is really beautiful because it has all those colors to coordinate with the flower, and I think it's so lovely the way that you colored that, and such a beautiful card. Another one on Timid Tiger with the highlighted embossing folder, the pressed flowers. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, all the amazing cards. I feel so very blessed by all the Happy Meal. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of your gorgeous cards. It is never expected, always so very appreciated, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you. I will pass these cards on and bless other people with your beautiful artwork, and I just want to say thank you for helping me bring smiles to so many others as well. All right, it is after 9 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. I'm ready for a cup of tea. Thank you for joining me for our new catalog walkthrough. I hope that you feel inspired, and I can't wait to keep sharing with you throughout the new catalog period. We're going to have so much fun, and there's so much more to see and share. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future card making videos. Thank you guys so very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.